Back again, right into carrot cake, funnel cake. We're diving right into it. As you can see, I have all my red velvets out here on the table. I can't even count. I made so many. These were made specifically for marketing purposes. So nobody's really going to be eating these because I have nobody to eat all of these beautiful funnel cakes. So moving right along, we're going to tap into the carrot cake funnel cake, which I know you guys are just as excited as me for. So let's go. Just like the red velvet, we're going to start off with our Betty Crocker carrot cake box cake mix. I'll open this John up with a fork. It's the best way I see fit. We're gonna dump that John into our bowl. Smells so good. I love carrot cake. It's my favorite cake besides lemon. So we dump that in there. Smells so good. Then we got 1 cup of flour. Boom. We adding that to the mix. Throwing this off to the side. Then we got cinnamon. We're doing 1 teaspoon. Yeah, teaspoon. That's your little John. That was my half. Teaspoon of cinnamon. Let me pop. No. I'm only supposed to be popping one part of it. Popping it. But I don't want to pop. Clock it. There we go. They want to hear me say clock it. That's what happened. So I'm going to fill my joint up. Boom, 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 boom. Cinnamon. Boom. Right up in there. Make sure it's all of it. Maybe just a dash more. Give it more of that kick, that flavor. Then we also gonna come through with the baking powder, which I'm going to be very careful with. You only need a half a teaspoon, but this I'm gonna do even less because we're using, not only are we using the box cake, but I'm using double acting baking powder. So I'm literally only using a pinch. And then that's it for the dry ingredients. So the dry ingredients are gonna get whisked together. Cake mix, the flour, the cinnamon, and the baking powder. We're gonna mix all that together in this bowl. We're gonna whisk it. I also have my oil over here getting hot. So always multitasking when we're doing this, making these batters and such. This is also a batter that does not need to sit. Once it's done, it's done. So tapping into that, I'm just making sure that all this stuff is together because, only added a little bit of something. Only a little bit of, only a little bit of the baking powder. You want to make sure that that's incorporated through the whole dry mix. You don't want it to stay in that one spot, especially because you didn't use a whole lot of it. So just be mindful. When you do the mixing, get it all mixed up. Don't let the blender or the mixer do all the work for you. So next we're going to get into the wet ingredients. I'll start off with the eggs. 2 eggs. That's how we doing that. And then we got the 1 1/4 cup of milk, but I'm gonna call it 1 1/2, just because I feel like in order to get the consistency that we need, we always need a little bit extra milk. So I'm gonna fill this up halfway now. Maybe even a little bit more than halfway. But that's alright. We're gonna throw that in there too. And then we're gonna come through with the vanilla extract. We're gonna do 1 teaspoon. So same teaspoon as the cinnamon. Bam, we in there. And I think that's it, yeah. Eggs, milk, vanilla extract. That's all the wet ingredients. So now that we're all together, we're gonna whisk this. Whisk this up one time for one time. And again, if you're gonna be using a small bowl like me, you gotta be careful. Because you don't want to be spilling. I'm turning my oil back up high. I had it on low just to give us a little bit time to get the batter together. But now that it's coming together, my oil wasn't even at 300 degrees. So I just turned it up a bit because it was on low heat from frying all the other funnel cakes. I didn't want the oil to burn or anything like that. So yeah. So that's looking pretty much together, and I can hear this heating up already. This is going to be our last batch for the day, our carrot cake batch. And it's also going to be our best batch, so we definitely saved the best batch for last. I'm just going to put all this stuff over to the side here as we're done using them. And that's pretty done. This is also pretty done. So by now y'all should know the drill. Dry first. Alright. Tossing that to the side. Wet ingredients second. Bam. Toss that off to the side. And now, where is my mixing top? I left it right in the kitchen where I washed it. So fresh and so clean. So we just gonna put this at mix this on low speed. And by low I mean, it might help if I plug it in right. By low speed I mean stir. From stir we're gonna kick it up to 2. From 2 we're gonna kick it up to 4. And now at 4, it's giving a little bit of a pudding consistency. You still gotta knock out the sides, scrape the excess off the sides to make sure that everything is getting incorporated. But the batter actually came out pretty good. It's just a tiny bit thicker than what we're looking for. So I'm gonna stop it. I'm gonna take my fork, lift, scrape the sides a bit, and I'm gonna go and add our best friend, milk, into the concoction. Even though she's already a part, we're just gonna put some more in there because as you can see, it's getting a bit gloopy, almost like a frosting kind of consistency. So we're looking for pancake batter, so we want it to be just a little more runny. So we're gonna stir this up some more, adding some milk into the mix. Bring that up a little bit because it's kind of just all moving around. So when you add in milk, I suggest you bring it up to about 6, because if not, it's kind of all just moving around and you're not really getting what you need out the mix. It's kind of all moving around like a ball. And you keep adding adding milk 1 tablespoon at a time until you get that pancake consistency that we're looking for. Don't just keep adding and adding and adding because of course you know you can't take away. So let the mixer do its job. Once you add milk, let it mix around a little bit to see what it's going to do before you just keep on adding. Because again, you don't want to put too much, you'll ruin the whole batter. And I'm going to slow this down to see a little bit more what it's doing. I'm going to add a little bit more. Just a splash more. I think that should be good now. Yeah. I'm going to turn it up. Make sure everything is mixed in there. Turn it on real high. Make sure everything is in there. I really want that, really want that milk incorporated. You don't want it hiding anywhere. Up, down, left, right. You want it just right, the consistency. So let's look. It's giving, I don't know. I think while I'm stirring it, I'm thinking I might want to add just a little bit more. It's just a little bit too thick. All right, that's looking better. Yeah, and now I smell it. Ooh. Our oil is still not hot enough, so that's good. So we need some time with that. Okay. Yes, see, that's the consistency that we're looking for. Let me hurry up and show you. See that? Yeah, that is giving pancake batter. And now we're gonna toss this to the side, and we're gonna start the process of transferring to our squeeze bottle for our perfect funnel cake sizes and consistency. So stay tuned with me right here. I just gotta go get a measuring cup because that's where we're gonna be putting our mix in before we transfer it over to the I'm sorry. Before we transfer it over to the squeeze bottle. Give me a second. As I get these things together. Sorry, I'm a little bit OCD. I have to clean as I go because that's just the way that I am, as I'm sure a lot of people are. This is my 1 cup measuring cup that I'm going to be using to transfer the batter. And here we go with it. Let me put this off to the side here. And make sure everything is exactly where I need it to be. So I'm going to take this same fork as I was using for the batter, and we just gonna pour it in there. Oh, that kind of hurt my finger a little bit. Okay, so here we are, friend. We got it in here. Now we gotta get it in here. So let's do it. Pour over the bowl to make sure you got it, but the further away you hold the bottle, the more control you have over the pour, because it's not such a wide mouth pour. The further down you bring your bottle. So just keep turning over your measuring cup and lowering your bottle. Just trust yourself in the process and you'll be okay. And a little spill batter ain't never hurt nobody. So it's alright. Yeah. And we got a full bottle right there of full bottle of batter. I could even get fancy and scoop this in here, but I ain't gonna do that. I'm just gonna keep my my full bottle of carrot cake batter. And I'm gonna put my little squeezy on top so I could kind of remember, you want to get it all to the head before you start, so that's what you want to make sure of and practice, that it's all at the head, all at the head. Yeah, and you'll be all right. So still waiting on that oil to heat up a little bit, but I'm very excited to show you guys how this turns out. Trying to change the game with this, y'all. Tell me what you think. Carrot cake, funnel cake. Tell me what you think about that. I know you can't really tell me what you think until you taste it, but tell me what you think. Just as a thought. Because I got 75 flavors, so I want to know what you think. And actually, while we're waiting for that oil to heat up, I'm going to transfer out the paper and put some new wax paper down so that we can really see what's going on. Because there's a lot of oil here from all the funnel cakes we've been making all day. And I got some trial and error crumbs going on over here that we need to get rid of, so we'll get rid of those in a minute. Hey! The mailbox! Okay, so we have our new wax paper laid down. Let me see where we're at. We still got a couple of minutes, but I wanted to show y'all that I'm also tapping into one of my icings today. We're gonna make cream cheese drizzle. So that's what we're gonna tap into once we're done with the cakes. And I think actually I'm just gonna leave the stuff out that I need for the drizzle. And it's only a couple ingredients, just the cream cheese, butter, powdered sugar, and vanilla extract, and a little bit of milk. So everything else we can get rid of. Yeah. So let's do that. Because I love having everything out the way. Yeah, leave this stuff right here. And yeah, this stuff here for the fryer. Boom, boom, boom. That's what I need for the icing. And I think we're hot enough. Oh, I think we're hot enough to go now. My batter started spilling out the top for some reason. I overfilled it or it's starting to rise or whatever. The batter will flex as it sits. So just be mindful of that also. And ready? I'm ready and excited. 1, 2, 3, straight pour. Start with our circle. Ooh, we're farting. Farting is bad. You want to make sure that you get through your whole funnel cake without farting, designing the whole thing. So try to keep a good grip on your squeeze bottle there. It was only a little farting though, just a little bit. A little smoke let off there with that one. And let's see how this one kind of bakes, okay? All right. I'm gonna wait. And starting to smell it. So I'm gonna flip it. Yeah, it's a nice, pretty brown color. And even though they're not as stiff as the regular funnel cakes when they come out. So you just have to be mindful of that. They will be a little soft when you take them out. But it's not a bad thing at all. Because when they do, I feel like this batter is getting thick. So when they do, when they do sit for about a minute or two, you let them cool, they will harden on the outside. So as long as you put enough batter from your squeeze bottle, as long as you squeeze enough while you're frying, you should be fine. So right now, I'm just adding more batter to the squeeze bottle so I can start my next cake up. And the batter definitely got way thicker as it sat just for a minute. So, and I'm actually gonna try this batter at 350 just to kind of see what it's giving. If it's gonna be any different than 375, might have a frying temperature difference with these, but it came out looking so good. I'm gonna show you guys in a minute exactly how it came out after I make the second one. So I want to see what 350 do. Yeah, because it's still rising as it should at 350, which a regular funnel cake would not rise. It would sit at the bottom of the pot. So maybe I got something going with the temperature here. We'll see. The aroma is so nice because you just smell that carrot cake coming out of that pot. It smells so good. And this is going to pair perfect with also cream cheese drizzle and of course powdered sugar. You could even put some shredded carrot flakes on top, or even coconut flakes. That'll give it a good edge. So many things you could do with it, but it's also so easy. Well, I won't say so easy. It takes a little practice, but once you get it down, it's good to go. And so, yeah. I think this one is ready to flip. Yeah, kind of still has that same kind of dense definitely not firm like your traditional funnel cake, but once you take it out of the oil and lay it flat on the wax paper, once it cools, it becomes the consistency of your traditional funnel cake. Crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside. You got to make sure when you're doing your designs that you kind of funnel on top of the cake, because when you layer it like that, that's how you get that fluffy consistency. If you just have little, especially if you're using a squeeze bottle, if you just make the lines into one layer, you're gonna have a crunchy cake. And I also learned that with trial and error. So you have to layer the funnel on top of each other. Layer the cake. Okay. Now that our oil is cooled down, I'm gonna transfer this red velvet for this carrot cake so you can actually see how pretty it is. Now, it just has a darker brown color than your original funnel cake, but I don't know if you can see. You can see the little orange dots. It's giving carrot cake. Now we're going to douse it with the powdered sugar here. And there you go. You got carrot cake, funnel cake, and it is oh so good. Carrot cake, funnel cake, baby. That's what I'm making. Just saw your comment just now. So I'm gonna go back to checking my oil over here. It's still not as hot as we want it. So I'm gonna transfer more of the batter into our measuring cup. Ooh. So that I can just repeat the process and keep going and going and going as far as refilling the squeeze bottle, making the actual cake itself, transferring from bowl to measuring cup. It's just a repeat process, repeat over and over and over again until all the batter is gone. Either until all the batter is gone or until you're ready to stop making funnel cakes, which I'm never ready to stop making funnel cakes. I could do this all day, all night, every day. Yeah. That's how much I love it. So tell me what you guys think. Try it yourself at home. And let me know how you like this recipe, carrot cake, funnel cake. I know you ain't never had it before. Want to know why? Because I did that. Yeah. So I'm going to finish getting these funnel cakes going. I got a lot of marketing pictures that I need to take. And I need to try out all types of different toppings as well. And I want to play with the photos. And also my iPad is dying. But don't say I didn't tell you. Don't say I didn't show you. We Treats by Beezly. And we'll be live on our own page soon. If you haven't already, follow my business page for my funnel cakes, Treats by Beezly. And we'll see you guys soon. We're going to be making a bunch of funnel cakes, bunch of different flavors, bunch of different toppings, bunch of different drizzles. I gotcha. Just keep tuning in. I'll see y'all later.